I think it definitely could be very much so worse. Instead of it going the distance and taking us to overtime on the first map of this beautiful league, they could get completely annihilated and stomped out of this map. I could totally see Luminosity initiating the complete lockdown on their CT side. And already we see Luminosity, more of what we saw on Cobblestone, straight aggression with FNX hunting for a kill right now. He spotted out one. I don't think he spotted the bomb though. So we'll see, but there is a long lurk coming in here from Cold. He's worked his way out from Alley, and he gets the kill on Sponge, and that was all the way back in T-spawn. So now Renegades, they have to worry about their flanks. They have to worry about getting backstabbed here.
Yeah, that's not just a kill, that's a destruction of their entire terrorist side setup here. Like, they have no idea how, well, they know Luminosity know a lot, but they have no idea how they responded to it. And Cold, he's already fallen really far back. He's just playing again for information here, but that kill is a round-winning kill, or it should be.
Oh no, in the rotation. Fallen, they've even doubled up in Pop Dog with Fallen and Fur both here to hold the line. Cold is still spotting out from Alley, and he's even going for the aggressive push. And if he dies, that's a lot of info gained. 50 seconds left, and Cold even gets a second kill. And that can make all of the difference here. Luminosity, once again, rotating over. But this has been such a slow pace set by Renegades. They're really making use of the clock. 40 seconds left, and Luminosity still not exactly sure where they're going to be coming from. A lot of the heat is going to be here on Fur, though. In a couple seconds, Renegades are going to come roaring around that corner, and it's all on him, at least picking up one kill.
Yeah, but they have no grenades to get him out of this angle with. They don't have a smoke, they don't have a Molotov, which they'll have later on. And oh, Fur, look at that cut. Just completely calm click. He even managed to cross, and they don't even hit him. I'm not sure what's happening here, but he should have at least been taking some damage there. And now Fallen comes in and closes out the round. Luminosity off to a fantastic start here on Train. I still think that play from Cold Zero is just, it's so hard for Renegades to get mentally back into a round after you know that everything you do is being mapped pretty much by the CT side.
And I think they're going to be struggling regardless because of how that first map played out. When you go the distance, you go to overtime, and we have the replay from Fallen's perspective. It always seems like you get a highlight reel from Fallen whenever he's playing in front of Alley as well. It's just one of those spots where he just seems to lock on and get headshots. But Renegades, after losing such a close match where I'm sure they feel like they should have won it, they should have won Cobblestone, they should have been up 1-0 here going into Train. They have to, they have to deal with that already on top of the pistol round just completely getting picked apart by Luminosity.
Well, look at this here. I mean, because they didn't get the bomb plant in the pistol round, they've gone for pistol and armor sort of force up here. And that makes a lot of sense because they're going to be waiting to the fourth round anyway. Yeah. If you get the money bonus from putting down the bomb in the pistol round, then you might as well sort of wait around and then buy in the third round. But this way, they're going to be buying in the fourth round anyway. So they're just trying to give themselves a bit of a chance here to have an impact on the round. And it's not so bad. I mean, they're playing against 2 UMPs, 1 Scout. So if they can avoid Fur and Taco that have the 2 M4s, it's possible that they could have a real impact on this round. I think this is a reasonable gamble for Renegades.
But it is going to be the setup. Look at this, the bomb outside of Alley right now. And that's where Fallen is with the Scout. Fallen is just waiting for somebody to peek. All he wants is to find that shot, and the smoke has been used on that inner sight. No rotation coming out here just yet from Luminosity. However, they still have the 3 players set on A. And right now, Luminosity, they're getting close. They're getting pushed back. Astillo, he will find Taco, but Fur is there to take down JKS. And now that's forced the rotation. Luminosity, however, they're going to get completely caught out. The bomb, it's just now making its way onto the site.
And this is great because they're going to have such good afterplans. Justilo, as long as he stays alive back here, he's taking a fight now with FNX. Oh, he might go down, and that might be a big problem here. FNX not quite hitting the shots, and now the Scout is in a good position. But the bomb is planted for Justilo right now, so as long as he's alive, it's going to be really tough. He runs right into Cold Zero, and Sponge takes out one. Actually transferred that spray. He's on 11 health. He's going to go for the peek right here, and Cold Zero going to take it away. The triple UMP kill right into the defuse. What a heartbreaking round here.
Thankfully, Fur and Cold were hitting shots. 2 kills for Fur, 3 for Cold, and a clutch yet again going Luminosity's way. So Renegades, they might be feeling just a little frustrated. I mean, not a whole lot because they should be writing off those kinds of rounds in their head anyways, coming into it.
Yeah, true.
But still, winning an eco round would have been massive for Renegades.
I am wondering how Cold Zero got onto the bomb train without Sponge seeing it. Because I think that's what caused Justilo to just run back. And as soon as he went down, the round was probably not ever going to be won. So a bit of a shame. Sponge with the solitary smoke grenade here. Trying to maybe see if they can get a bomb plant down if they get a bit closer. Cold Zero close with the SMG, but he's going to go down. That Deagle doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, completely ineffective flash, actually. The timing just did not work. Now an MP9 has been picked up here for Renegades. Ustillo working his way out once again, wreaking havoc with that P250, but Fallen doing a perfect job of falling back to the bomb site so he does not get overwhelmed by the players running in through Alley. And now they get caught out in the open, and things just kind of fall apart here for Renegades. Catching him lined up at the end. A quad kill here for him in this anti-eco. And it's a 3-0 lead now for Luminosity going into Renegades' first buy round.
This is still pretty good stuff. I mean, Renegades are doing a little bit of damage. It's a shame they can't get the bomb down, but they are in the 4th round here. They've got Yam with the AWP, and they have 5 Molotovs. So already that suggests that they are going to go for like a real execute. And with the Molotovs, I have this feeling people prefer Molotovs in the B-bomb side for some reason. So we'll see if that's going to work out.
Renegades going for their default, it looks like, right now at least. No, straight out.
Wow.
Still, wow. This might actually catch Luminosity off guard. Fur and Fallen, they have to be careful, and Fallen will catch Sponge. That was over by A-Main to start things off, and so we'll see. JKS is there, but Astillo, he's been caught, and he got headshot right off the bat. Yam, though, in position to catch out Fallen, who was peeking for info, and now Renegades with the man advantage, but FNX is there to take out Yam. It's just back and forth. Non-stop action here between both of these teams in this key round.
They do have a health advantage right now on the Brazilian side, and FNX is going to capitalize on that, get the kill on Ustilo now. It's Azza and JKS left here, and Azza played so well on Cobblestone, but this time he's going to end up going down. So a 1-on-3. He's got the time for it. That's about the only thing you could say, and he wasn't expecting the double peak, so it will be another round here for Luminosity. But we should point out they are on the more favored side here, so even if they're off to a good start, they can't relax too much either.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, this is still a CT-sided map. Even though we have seen teams, dominate on T side, put rounds together, Luminosity should be solid enough with their defense to be able to hold off Renegades, even though it is getting pretty close. And I'm wondering, just how much that has to do with, when Renegades have pistols in their hands. Are they showing just a little bit less fear? Are they willing to just run in there and take the fight and play selfless? I mean, there is that to consider. But once again, it's going to be pistols here for Renegades, so we'll see if they can keep it close. Fallen, though, look at this, man. All-out aggression from him. He's just charging up into Brown Hall, taking the fight to him. Taco gets caught. JKS will find Fur, and it's just falling apart completely here. Luminosity, they get overrun once again, going aggressive.
Yeah, see, that was not part of the plan here. Grenade going to rain on in, do a little bit of damage to FNX, but the bomb will be planted, and they have a Molotov on Yam, and he's even in a position... Oh, he's not actually... He's going to fall back now. He needs to be on the high ground there, because then he could stop the defuse from coming through. They do have 2 smokes there, so LG could also cancel the Molotov with using one of those smokes, and this is already... You can see Yam setting up for it. There's 1 smoke out. FNX still has his. Is he going to go and tap the bomb? He's going to smoke it off, and that means the Molotov's not going to do a damn thing. Great counterplay coming out here from the Brazilian side. Sponge charging in, but they both go down simultaneously. That is not so easy if you're on Luminosity. You really got to keep your head cool there, and they managed to use those grenades perfectly.
Yeah, that's good use of utility, right? And Renegades tried to do the same thing, but once that smoke comes into play, it's done. Now we see it from Renegade's perspective. I mean, Fallen, he traded up 1 for 1, but that's not good enough. I do like that Luminosity are showing that they're willing to get aggressive in Brown Halls, though. Sometimes we don't really see that from CT teams. They stay too focused on the site itself, trying to hold back in case they get rushed. Luminosity showing Renegades that you will not be able to, sneak by or try and take risks over here by skimping. We will come over here and we will put pressure on this part of the map, so you need to keep that in mind, Renegades, when you're setting up.
And buying into the double up setup here is Luminosity, as we were just talking about, and Mo was pointing out it was practically born on this map, especially back in 1.6. This is something that people would do very, very often. So I guess we're going to have to find out if Renegades have what it takes to stop it. Not right now, certainly. Fur and Cold Zero in charge of picking up the opening kills here in the 6th round. This is turning into a very, very bad start on this map for Renegades.
Yeah, this is brutal. It's as hard as it gets. And Cold and Fur starting off. Astillo once again gets punished for trying to push out aggressively. He did not get the kill on Fur this time. This time Fur was ready for him. So Renegades are showing their hand. Slowly but surely they're showing their hand here to Luminosity. And Luminosity are making the correct adjustments, even going aggressive in Pop Dog. And Fur gets out. That's unforgivable. He should never survive that. JKS needed to be there to get that trade kill.
Where's that superhero play coming out of Fur? He just dove down the ladder and just escaped. Basically escaped from all of that. It's ridiculous. Well, Azza not even going to be able to do any damage to the CT side economy. That's 3 AWPs. Has Mo been bribing this team just to try and see if he can get them to play with the 4 AWPs on the auto sniper like he was talking about? This is almost unreal. I'm
calling a timeout here after this round. Or I'm calling that Renegades will call for the timeout. If they lose this and go down 0-7 to Luminosity, that should be... We've heard of certain teams, they have this fail-safe. Whenever they are getting beat up that hard at the beginning of a half, they'll just call for the timeout, slow things down. And when you have a big round like this, I mean, they do go for the buy here in this round, Renegades, but Next round is going to be brutal if they can't actually put anything here together. Luminosity are so far ahead.
I'm disappointed. They tossed away one of the AWP's Semler. That's unforgivable. How could you do that? I know Mo's going to be disappointed as well.
For shame. Bastillo's out in the open, though. He might be able to catch out. I mean, oh no, my mistake. He was not out in the open. He thought he got onto a train somehow. He's been going aggressive A main so many times. But instead, it's going to be Renegades going back to a play that they've already used, putting 3 players over here towards Alley. So we'll see. Cold is holding very passively with that AWP. All he gets to do right now is just sit and wait for Renegades to push. And that seems to be what Luminosity have their heart set on right now. Just waiting it out. No aggression this time anywhere on the map. So Luminosity showing some diversity in their play, being a little bit more difficult to predict for Renegades.
Still got 55 seconds on the clock here, but there is about to be a bit of a battle going down here at the back alley. Fallen looking for the first shot, but it will be Yam, and actually Fallen, how does he get behind the box? He picks up one more. This is a ridiculous fight that Fallen should have never come out on top of, and then it's going to be all over Fur with a double kill at the end. He could have maybe got the first one, never should he have lived through it. He's so quick.
I'm just looking at Fallen right now, because what else are you supposed to do after that? Unfortunate for Cold, but the fact that he gets the follow-up on Yam, that's insane. He got a little greedy at the end there trying to get JKS, but the rest of his team, they come through. They make sure that nobody from on the edges can come in for Renegades to get onto that site to try and pinch Fallen. And it's just a perfect round coming in, and yep, there's that timeout. So Renegades, they've down 0-7 after a buy round as well, where they had the setup. They should have been able to come out ahead, especially after that opening kill on Cold. If Fallen trades 1-for-1, that's fine, because you trade and you keep pushing from there. But nothing seems to be working for Renegades right now. They haven't been able to get their heads in the game the way they were able to on Train.
No, definitely not. And if you look at the Australian team right now, just look across their faces. Who's doing the talking? They're allowed to, I mean...
Is it PK?
I'm a little bit in the background, yeah.
I think it's PK who's doing a lot of the talking right now, actually,
yeah.
For Renegades. I mean, it's good to see that they finally have that coach, right?
That hopefully would help, and especially now you'd think he's the guy who's under a lot less pressure. He's outside of the game, so he could, maybe just take a breather and say, look, guys, let's get back in this, let's win a couple of rounds and then readjust to everything. But I don't know about this current situation. I'm starting to worry because I think they were being way too quiet there. It's fine that the coach is talking, but I want more interaction on the team there. Yeah, exactly. You can't just kind of sit. I mean, yes, okay, listen to your coach, but there should at least be a little bit of a discussion, a bit of a back and forth. And I'm watching them right now as well to see if Sponge, is getting involved in this. Because right now, it needs to be, you got to be picking up on the little details here. You have to be trying to figure out, okay, well, it didn't work that time because Fallen, once again, showed up at Alley. What can we do to change things up? Do we want to try and see if we can't get into Brown Halls and go for an aggressive inner push at this point? Because Luminosity are so good at shutting us down on this A site, let's try and get over to B. Yeah, what must really hurt is that Renegades know that when they take some of these fights, like the last one with Fallen there, they actually are doing a pretty good job. Yam getting the first frag. They know they're supposed to be able to trade that kill on Fallen as soon as he gets the first kill, but he's just so good that they can't bridge that gap. He's just so much better. And it's the clutch rounds as well. I mean, Luminosity has been winning the clutch rounds. Once again, we saw Cold in that one round with the UMP, 1v2, wins it. I mean, that sort of thing is also going to be messing with Renegades' heads right now because it was the same story. It wasn't until JKS stepped up on Cobble, won a clutch, and actually started to get the ball rolling for Renegades. It was the same story. Luminosity, clutch after clutch, going their way. And that's what will win you these games. If you're going to win a map, you need to actually be able to pick up a clutch round here or there just to keep you fighting and in it. Well, the tactical timeout is about to run out here, and Renegades, they're down 7 rounds right now. They don't have a single round here on Train, even though it ended in overtime in their first match, which was on Cobblestone. If you missed that, I mean, it's worth going back and checking it out, because that was quite a game for Renegades. They really played well, but this time they're not getting a chance at all. Well, it's time. I mean, we're live right now, and it is straight aggression here from Renegades. They've gone for a half buy with Tech9s and Kevlar, trying to power onto the B site, and so far it's a 1-for-1 trade, so it is looking good. Renegades, they've already accomplished their goal. No, they get denied. Fur, he comes out of lower ramp at the wrong time. Taco and Fur just wrecking Renegades. I was about to say that Renegades had accomplished their goal. They were going to get that bomb plant. They wanted that bonus money, and boom, Fur shows up and shuts them down. Yeah, this is when you got to start wondering, is anything going to work? I mean, this is just painful. Fur right now at 14, 1, and 3. That's his scoreline here, just now starting in the 9th round. So he is an absolute beast right now. Renegades, they don't have anyone who comes even close.
No, that's the issue. You need these duels to be going your way. You need to start doing some damage. And we're just not seeing it. Ustillo, once again, going to go aggressive straight out of A main. Olafmeister style, basically, and Fallen is there to create a big kill coming in for Fallen to start things off, and Fur still holding the line over by Popdog, doing big damage. Nothing is working for Renegades right now. They're just getting completely annihilated as they try and push out onto the site. Not a single kill going their way. Luminosity, a flawless round.
Yeah, see, this is where Counter-Strike becomes a really hard game with losing this badly, because you've got no motivation. Whatever kind of speech someone on your team is going to give to tell you, "Oh, go get back into it. You know, we've done this before. We've been in this position before." It's gonna just ring out so hollow. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna feel it. Someone has to make a play that changes this. Like, it has to be some individual person that says, "I will get the triple kill. We'll win the round, and we'll start to get back into this."
The Aza ace, right?
Yeah.
On Cobble, the first ace of the tournament, and that was a big turning point. That really revitalized Renegades. We have to see now. Sponge trying to force things here, trying to take point. Fallen gets back around that corner, though, and Fallen playing it safe. Does not overextend. He hears the steps on JKS. He knows somebody else is coming in here. And Sponge, though, going to catch out FNX, but fails to get the kill. Finally, something goes their way, but not for long. Fallen is there to get the trade kill on Yam.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that Sponge had the Deagle Dank, because it's not really a great weapon to go for that kind of flank with, but he didn't have a choice, and it's a shame he couldn't get that kill. Now, it's another round for Luminosity. Now 10 in a row, uninterrupted by the Australian side. And I don't know what Renegades could do. They've got the AWP. They need to find that opening frag, just the one kill.
Put Ustillo out through A main aggressive again. Cross your fingers and hope that Fallen isn't going to be peeking you. I'm thinking that's maybe the play. Otherwise, it has to be another inner side push, push, just fully commit to it. Doesn't look like that for now, though. It looks like they are going to be setting up for that A split eventually. And yeah, Yam trying to get clever here with his positioning. He knows that Fallen was there to peek on Ustillo last round, so he's hoping that Fallen gets greedy, goes for it again. But that's just not the case. Fallen, he's taking up an aggressive position in alley right now, waiting to see if Renegades are going to go for that 3 terrorist kind of play over there once again.
My God. 2 shots out of Yam. That could have definitely connected there. Instead, all he gets is a bit of Molotov damage on him. It has to fall back once again, and look at the aggressive play coming out of Fallen here. He's scoped up, walking around the corner again. You've got to realize, if he misses a shot here, he could very likely go down, but he's just so confident right now. And JKS shot in the face with the sniper.
So fast. JKS, no time to react, just dead. Well, once again, man advantage here for Luminosity. And they're set up for another perfect hold here. Renegades are just all spread out. They're hoping they're going to be able to get in here, but oh, Fallen, he spotted him. He must have spotted him, but he does not pull the trigger. That could have been a dead Sponge right there. Dried up and husky. Instead, Fallen, he's still alive. He sees the Molotov come in, so he has the info. Now it's all on Luminosity hitting the shots, and FNX, he started off strong.
Yeah, but even the fact that Fallen sees it now means Sponge almost can't get in here and help his team. He's going to go down. You steal over the kill on Cold Zero. Taco drops to Yam. I mean, at least we're in a 1-on-3, which might have been the best round for a long time, but it's still nowhere near good enough as Fallen picks up a triple kill, and Luminosity now at 11 rounds. Fallen at 14, Fur at 17.
What monsters. It's like Taco, he's just like, guys, can you come B-site like once, please? You know, just give me some action over here, you know? He's only got 4 kills, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, obviously. It's just that he's not seeing anybody to actually, give him a shot at it. 9 kills for Cold as well. I mean, everybody's just doing so much work. Aza, he's at 2 frags right now. That is not cutting it, especially after the performance that we saw on Cobblestone. He really needs to get his head in the game here and start finding some kills to help his team out.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, did he use all his energy on that one match? I mean, is he out of it? What a shot from Fallen coming out. It drops the bomb. Cold Zero to take out Ustilo. This is a slaughter, Semler.
Oh, Fallen is so confident, he just goes right through, and it actually worked as well. Yam got the shot blind. But Fur is there to take out Aza. He will get caught by Sponge. Still, man advantage here for Luminosity. Bomb is under control here for Renegades. However, they do have it on Yam, and he's making his way over here, so they're going to get that buddy system going. Him and Sponge going to try and duo it up and work their way out together. But there's 2 players already on this A side, and there's a long lurk coming in here from Taco. He's worked his way all the way through B halls, so now they know Luminosity that it is going to be on this A site. There are no other options here for Renegades.
But you gotta wonder if the collapse of the first map that they ended up losing in overtime somehow had an effect on the beginning of this map. You know, as soon as things started to go badly, they were looking good, for some of those rounds, but then, they just couldn't carry it any longer. And now, I don't know if there's any coming back here.
Well, look at Taco as well. He's already just sitting in Pop Dog. So as soon as this bomb gets planted, there's actually nowhere safe for Renegades to plant it. Yam is going to be worried about that. Obviously, they're going to be looking towards connector. But eventually, they're going to have to get this bomb down. 30 seconds left, and they're hoping to get lucky and find a shot. And they will be able to get a man onto the high ground. So Sponge, he'll be able to watch over his teammate, and they succeed in planting the bomb. So now it's all about Taco, and he does give away his position. That's going to open it up a little bit here for his teammates. And Yam just afraid to peek. He does not want to give away the free kill. It's all about waiting now for Luminosity to close in on him. But he's lost the high ground. He's lost Sponge. And now it's all on Taco and Cold to come through. And Cold just trying to bait out that shot so Taco can work his way in.
Grenades raining out. Yam, he does spot the guy by Electric. He needs that quick shot here, otherwise he's going to get flanked. Walking up right behind him is Cold Zero. Pistols out now. Bomb ticking away. No scope. It had to connect. And it's just not going to happen. Luminosity will win the round. Oh my god.
12 rounds in a row.
Let's be honest though, that 2 versus 3 was... Renegades made it a lot more exciting than it could have been. It's still just not enough right now.
No, it's a far cry from what they actually need. This was good work here from Yam up close. That's obviously a shot that you can't afford to miss. But they worked so well together as a unit here. Between Cold and Taco, both of them shoulder peeking, just slowly hemming Yam in to where they could get him in that crossfire. Nowhere for Yam to go. And so, well, 12-0 Luminosity, huge lead, obviously, just dominating on this CT side of Train. Whereas Renegades, thanks to the bomb plan, at least they have the money to go for a buy. And Azza now, he might get peeked out by FNX. Nice shot from the ladder.
Yeah, that's a really good angle if you're on the terrorist side. You should be getting that kill, really. So finally, a round that starts off in favor of Renegades. Have we even been able to say that for like the last 10 rounds? I think maybe not.
I don't think so. It's a bit of a stretch. Really hasn't been too much working out here for Renegades, unfortunately for them. But now, everything should be good, and they want to go for a tried and true strategy. A smoke round. Setting it up to get that execute. They do have Fur in position to deal with this. He's holding up close. So it's all on Fur now to get at least one kill from this position.
He is close by, going for the early spray. That's the bomb down, follows up with another kill. Doesn't have enough bullets to finish with a third one, but still a very good defense. Fallen running through the smoke and taking that shot close range on JKS. Now 2 on 3 and no bomb plant happening yet. Fallen ridiculously picking up another kill on Nustilo, looking for the last one on Yam, but it will be Taco to finish it. 13 rounds here for Luminosity, and honestly, Fallen has just hit some sort of grotesque level at this point.
Dude, Fallen, he's rewritten the rules of hide and seek, right? That's like the highest level right there, and he's actually like, all right, I'm going to come through here and deny it, but then that play of hide and seek on the bomb, and usually when you get caught, it's like you lose, right? Fallen's actually like, no, here's a bullet to your face, you're done. You caught me all the way around.
Can't believe it. 13-0 here. This is what we were sort of warned from the analyst desk that this might have happened. And now we're seeing it, and it's still just a little bit scary here. Great trade coming out though. Renegades are going to be satisfied with that one.
He still gets the kill. That's nuts. At least Yam could actually make use of that AWP. It's going to be a Stillo picking it up. Yam can make his way over here. They could get that trade going. So we'll see if he's actually able to get something out of that AWP. That's where it all matters. And Renegades just trying to actually throw Luminosity for a loop right now. They could commit to the B side if they want. Azza is nearby with that bomb, so they could actually make their way out here if somebody gets greedy on Luminosity and overextends. Their options are open with a minute left on this clock. Fur, nice nade. I guess not, never mind. CSGO.
I'm not sure what happened there, but maybe it bounced further back than it seemed. But still a 4-on-4 here. And 55 seconds. And Renegades, I think right now they're just desperately hoping that someone would come and peek them. I think Fallen just took a peek down Ivy and didn't see anyone, so that's a lot of information. And look at that. As a result, they're actually putting 3 people in the B bomb side, and that's based off of Fallen's information right now. That's all that Luminosity are playing off. They're going to get the kill on Nustilo, but the actual push is happening at A right now. But the rotation is so quick, and Fallen picking up that kill further the follow-up, and JKS, what could he possibly do? I mean, Renegades, there was a very, very narrow window of opportunity there when Fallen makes the call that they're all going to be in B. That's when Renegades had a chance, and it evaporated so quickly. They were out of it.
Cole just demonstrating what happens to Renegades' hopes and dreams coming into this match. You know, just like it went poof, they're gone poof.
Like a magic trick.
I mean, 14-0, and Renegades they've used their tactical timeout, so they no longer have any way to slow things up and try and slow down the pace. It's all about going into this 15th round and hoping that they are not, that would be pretty crazy though, right? Do we get a first overtime followed by the first blowout to start things off in this league? How nuts would that be? I just cursed it, obviously, you know, caster curse, but...
Yeah, I think you did, but that would be great when they were just covering the full range of possibilities here, making it happen. I can't believe that Fur has almost as many kills as the entire Renegades team. It's so absurd, isn't it? Great grenade to start off here in the last round of the first half, and Renegades still trying to make a breakthrough and not quite succeeding either. Bomb is in B, but coldzera, he's heartless, isn't he?
That's nuts. Watching these guys work, it's so quick. Beautiful shot there from JKS, though. Catches Fallen just stepping out into the open. But they have bomb control, Luminosity. They have 3 players that could just camp this bomb. There is no way JKS is getting on top of this. Unless somebody makes a mistake or he hits some glorious shots. And that's another one. Fur down. So he's begun to whittle down the defense here, now into a 1v2. But Taco and Cold now, all they're doing is going to be changing it up. And JKS has so many angles to worry about. As you guys can see, Cold working his way into CT spawn at this point.
I mean, if they wanted to play this for 100%, they have 2 Molotovs. All they have to do is wait and camp the bomb, and JKS can't do a single thing. So right now, I think they're just playing off of the fact that they're feeling so confident. He has to run. I'm not sure why he's spending this long, because he must know the bomb is in B, so he has got no time to play around like this. Like, this is going to have to be just an all-out marathon for him. And yeah, that pretty much actually seals the deal. He can't do anything.
Just roast yourself, JKS. Accept it. Viking funeral.
Oh.
Viking funeral. Just throw yourself in it. You can't do anything else.
They put up a
10 seconds
second one.
left. Just do it.
They are actually trolling him. Yeah, this is done. He's going to lose that fight. coldzera with the triple kill. 15-0 in favor of the Brazilian side. What a dominant first half.
Unreal. Unbelievable. Well, I mean, this is just how good Luminosity are. Individually, they just completely manhandled Renegades in the first half. And we'll be going to a very quick break now before we continue with this beatdown.
Yeah, some level of annihilation coming into this here for the Renegades team, which is kind of shocking. I mean, even you were kind of persuaded by the performance on Cobblestone.
Oh yeah.
And then you got a feeling now that maybe they just that was it. You know, when that didn't work, there was no coming back mentally from it. You know, because we were saying obviously, well, it's quite a good job. You know, they actually managed to do better than than we thought they could. But I think maybe Renegades weren't thinking that. They put everything into that. Now look at this classic setup being put out here by Luminosity. They're going to try and see if they can just create a wall of smoke grenades on the A bomb site and then push up behind it and get the bomb down. And Renegades, they're in a good position for it though.
Yeah, boosted up on the boxing connector. You can actually see over those smokes. We'll see. There it is. First headshot onto FNX, and FNX has got to be wondering. Fur actually comes through, and it's Fallen instead to find that kill. You only get the one. Yam, though, will be able to step through that smoke, and there you go. Surprise! Peekaboo takes out Fur, and now he's looking for more. What is this? I mean, this focus on staying and fighting. They keep getting the man advantage, and then the trade kill comes in for Luminosity.
And now JKS is very low. Sponge might have to do this all on his own right now. There is no bomb plant and just 25 seconds, so that's the only thing working right now for Renegades is the fact that the clock is very low here for Luminosity. JKS trying to stay alive. Sponge taking a fight. That's a great shot. Has to reload the C-set. 75. He doesn't have time for it. Oh, no. He's going to go down 16-0 as Luminosity clean sweep Renegades in the second map here of Eleague. What a way to get started, Semler.
Unbelievable. First map of the league, overtime versus the best team in the world. Second map of the league, 16-0. They've kind of covered all the bases here, Anders. Now we just need a regular game that ends in 16 rounds for the win, right? Just brutal. A brutal start here.
Yeah, I can hardly believe it. That's that shows you, I think, the range of Counter-Strike there in a very succinct way.
And it's very rare that this happens as well.
Yeah, it is.
There's been jokes going around, you get Super Bowl rings. There were jokes going around last year, already Renegades had already been blown out once on LAN. And so there were jokes, like, hey, 16-0 club, that's what you get. If you get blown out, you get a ring. But I don't think that Sponge is going to be too happy about getting 2 of them.
Yeah, now I'm gonna look forward to unleashing Mo on this particular breakdown. So we'll do that after a quick break and we'll be back with it. It's definitely going to be interesting, so stay with us.